guys, and welcome back to our channel Rescue Digital Media. Today I am here with 6 quick methods to fix HP no hard drive found error. But before we get started, like, subscribe and ring the bell icon to notified when our new video lands. When starting the HP computer, some users receive an error message, boot device not found. Please install an operating system on your hard disk. Hard disk 3F0. It is a common boot error seen in HP models which indicates your computer fails to detect the hard drive that contains the operating system. Usually hard disk 3F0 error can be caused due to wrong boot order in BIOS, hard disk connection problem, outdated or misconfigured BIOS, corrupted or died bootable disk, damaged system files. Now, let's move on to fix this with 6 best solutions. Solution 1. Check that the hard drive is properly connected. Check that the hard drive is properly connected to the motherboard. Make sure that all cables are securely connected and that there are no loose or damaged connectors. In case there is any loose connection, try connecting the cables properly or placing the hard drive properly. Below are the steps to do so. Shut down the computer and unplug the power cord. If you are using laptop and it has removable batteries, remove the batteries. Or in case you using PC, you can drain the battery power. Take the system parts with a tool such as a screwdriver, disconnect the hard drive, and then reconnect it. Reassemble the computer. Then power on the computer and see if you can solve the problem. Solution 2. Try booting from a different bootable device. If there is no problem with the connection, try booting from a different bootable device such as a USB drive or a different hard drive. This will help you determine if the issue is with the boot device itself or with the motherboard or BIOS. If using another bootable device, the problem solves, it means your hard drive is damaged. In such case you need to change or replace the hard drive with new one. Solution 3. Check the BIOS settings. Check the BIOS settings to ensure that the correct boot order is configured. The BIOS should be set to boot from the hard drive first. If the boot order is not correct, you may see this error message. Follow the below steps to reconfigure the BIOS settings. Turn on the computer, press F10 while booting takes place in order to access the BIOS menu. Then under the BIOS Setup Utility main interface, click Boot to check the boot order. If the computer isn't set to boot from the correct hard disk, please modify the bootable disk as the first boot device by pressing keys. Press F10 to save this change. When rebooting this computer, the boot device is not found error will be removed and it should run properly. Solution 4. Reset BIOS to its default settings. Another thing you can do to fix boot device not found HP 3F0 error by checking the BIOS settings. You need to ensure that the correct boot order is configured. The BIOS should be set to boot from the hard drive first. If the boot order is not correct, you may see this error message. So, follow the below instructions to reset BIOS to default settings. Turn off the computer and let it rest for at least 5 seconds. Turn on the computer. Press F10 while booting takes place in order to access the BIOS menu. After being prompted to the BIOS menu, press F9 to choose and load the BIOS setup default settings. Press F10 in order to have the changes saved. And exit the BIOS. Choose Yes. And press Enter. Restart the computer and see if it fixed the issue. Solution 5. Check the power supply. If none of the above said fixes helped, go for checking the power supply. You need to check the power supply and connections to ensure that the device is receiving enough power. A lack of power can cause the device to fail to boot properly. Solution 6. Check the motherboard. Sometimes, motherboard can also cause such error to occur at the time of booting system. Therefore, you must ensure that your motherboard is functioning properly. In case you found any issue with the motherboard, try fixing it by following below instructions. Clear off the space and make sure you're working in a static safe environment. Power off your system and drain the remaining battery. Next, open the system case carefully and take out the RAM gently from the slot. Clean it with a clean cloth or brush, and then reset the RAM back on its slots. After that, close the system case and plug in the power and try to boot. If doing this will not help, it's possible that the motherboard itself may be damaged or malfunctioned. In this case, you may need to replace the motherboard in order to fix the issue. This is a more complex repair that will typically require the assistance of a computer technician. Hard drive data recovery tool. If lost any of your hard disk data during the process, use our professional hard drive data recovery tool to recover your lost data. This software is capable of retrieving data from SD card, hard drive, memory card, USB drive, pen drive, etc. Apart from that, this data recovery program is user-friendly and non-technical staff could easily run this to recover data from external storage devices. Follow the steps to use hard drive data recovery tool. Download, install and launch hard drive data recovery tool on your system. And select the drive, external media or volume from which you want to recover deleted media files. After selecting, click on Scan. Next, you can preview the recoverable media files after the scanning process is completed. Lastly, you can select the images, audio, video files you want to restore, and click on Recover option to save them at the location you want. Find its download and user guide links in the below description box. Thanks for watching.